Narcissist fuel is the fruit of the Spirit. Galatians talks about the fruits of the Spirit, which is the Spirit of God, is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, mildness, gentleness, self-control, and faithfulness. Narcissists need us to absorb their negative toxic energy. Their negative toxic energy is a demonic allegiance to the network of the kingdom of darkness. And those that resonate with that are in agreement with all the works of the flesh. So the worshiping Satanist narcissist is resonating with all the works of the flesh, and the other people in their network that they're either spell casting or getting others to agree with them are also resonating in the works of the flesh. The narcissist forces you to have negative energy. So when you are in association with them and you engage in the works of the flesh, so the narcissistic agenda is to steal, kill, and destroy. They do this by when they engage with us and we start to absorb their negative toxic energy or the works of the flesh. It's a very heavy, a very dark, oppressive, and very cluttery and chaotic emotion. When we engage with them in any relation, we start to vibrate in the works of the flesh. What they do is we assimilate their works of the flesh, and they steal and assimilate our fruit of the Spirit, which is cut off from them because they are children of darkness. You break your allegiance to God and the kingdom of heaven when you are in agreement with the works of the flesh through a person or an idol worshiping of them. When you are engaged in the kingdom of darkness, you are no longer in the kingdom of heaven. What is sin? It's anything bad and unclean in this world. It represents all the works of the flesh. What is transgression? Transgression represents a kingdom invasion. Like somebody comes into your house and invades your house. It's a kingdom invasion. So if you are in alignment with the fruits of the Spirit, and somebody engaging in the works of the flesh invades your life, this is a transgression. It's a kingdom invasion. What is inequity? Basically, inequity is wickedness. Satan is the author and the father of wickedness and transgression and sin. He introduced it to the human pair, Adam and Eve. Those in allegiance with the works of the flesh through people or idol worshiping are under the curse of the law. The narcissist is transgressing against us and breaking in. The narcissist is transgressing against us, breaking into our home of the kingdom of heaven through all the works of the flesh. So God's mirror of recompense reflects back to the narcissist, the worshiping Satanist, their justice from God. What we do is we give this to the courts of heaven, and God will repay the worshiping Satanist that are engaging in the works of the flesh, that's their goods, through the mirror of recompense. So right now, the narcissist is punishing me because in 2018, from January to February, for 60 days, my daughter and I were in a domestic abuse shelter. He is now committing all the works of the flesh against me and transgressing into God's kingdom out of retaliation for what I did 3 years ago. I broke my allegiance to him in the kingdom of darkness at that time. And so as a punishment for my treason against the kingdom of darkness and not worshiping him as an idol, the spirit of retaliation and the outbursts of wrath allow him to commit all the works of the flesh against me and transgress the kingdom of heaven, because it is all about the spirit of retaliation for my treason to his kingdom and allegiance to, or for treason towards his kingdom and allegiance to the kingdom of darkness. In Psalm 105:15, God says, "Do not touch my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm." We are in agreement to bind the wickedness through the works of the flesh, and we plunder the goods of the souls of our enemy and their allegiance and network towards the children of God.